This is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined once again by Unbeaten WBO No. 4 welterweight Michael McKinson. How are you?
Yes, Danny, I'm good, mate. Thank you. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good. We haven't seen you in the ring, of course. It's August. Very dominant victory over Przemysław Ranowski. We've discussed that in the past. There's a few matchroom shows before the end of the year. Would you like to be back out again in 2021?
I was hoping to be. That was my plan, to try and get out in December, but I think it looks like early 2022 is the date I'm going to be given. I don't know the date yet, but yeah, I haven't even done one of these since August. So thanks for keeping me relevant.
Yeah, I think you do that for yourself. When you kind of signed with Matchroom and you're now on the bigger shows and stuff, did you think it'd become easier to match you, or has it in fact become harder because your profile's higher now?
I don't necessarily think my profile is really high. I think I need one of them big names to be able to get noticed and people start talking about me a lot more. But I presume it's easier. You know, it's not really in my hands. That's not really, I have nothing to do with matching my fights or anything like that. But I can't complain. I'm being promoted by the best promoters in the world. So yeah, I'm happy. All I've got to do is keep focused. I've been in the gym ever since my last fight. So I was trying to pester MTK to, please try and get me out before the year's out. But looks like it's going to be early 2022. So I'll go easy on the Yorkshire puddings at Christmas, and then I'll hit 2022 flying.
Now, I said at the start, you're WBO No. 4. Looking at the people ahead of you in the rankings at the moment, you've got Mikey Garcia, who presumably will drop down, having lost to Sandor Martin from that position, because that was in October. The new rankings aren't out yet. Virgil Ortiz, he's number 1. He's changing trainers, it appears, at the moment, so I'm not sure what he's really up to. And then you've got Shawn Porter. Now, whoever wins the big fight at the weekend, one of those guys will presumably drop out of the top 5. So you could be number 1 or number 2 very, very soon. How do you feel about that? How ready do you feel for that world title shot?
I think after Jaron Ennis's win a couple of weeks ago, I think he's going to go above me in next month's.
Okay, so he'll go
next
up.
month's rankings. He must, because I think he's 5th, isn't he?
Yeah, he was on the last one.
But I'm in that top 5. I'm in that top 5, and you know, opportunities can come. The opportunities can come. So my job is to stay like a professional all year round. Take every opportunity I'll get. You know, like I've never turned down a fight ever. I don't plan on turning down fights either. So yeah, I'm in a great position thanks to my team and the people guiding me. So yeah, like who knows where I could be? Who knows? Get myself into a mandatory or something.
You said about fighting one of those big names. How would you feel if an opportunity was presented? I know you wouldn't turn it down, but someone like a Crawford or a Spence, given the level of opposition you fought so far, would it feel like a bit of a big jump? Would you like kind of a bridging fight in between? It's
a massive jump. It's a massive jump. I'd love the stepping stone fights in between, but I'd never turn it down. Do you know what I mean? It is a massive jump. But I'm in boxing to put my city on the map and to do great things for my city. You know, I've been doubted many, many times before, and every single time, like I've never looked vulnerable in a fight at the level that I've been fighting at, and it keeps him like the level keeps getting better, but I don't show that at all. Like I haven't ever looked vulnerable, so I deserve to be on the next level, whoever that may be. I deserve to be competing at a higher level. But yeah, who knows where I can be in 12 months. I'm improving all of the time. And if these big fights, like all you've got to do is ask to the people like managing me, like Lee and stuff, I'd 100% take them all day long.
Now, you don't make the matches, as you've pointed out, but who do you view out there as those kind of stepping stone fights that would get you ready for that world title shot?
Maybe a former world champion or someone like that. I would like next. There's loads of exciting fights domestically, but I don't think that they would happen. Like I've never been one to turn down any fight, as you know, before I was even on the big stage, you remember me a couple of years ago, I was calling these guys out. It just wouldn't happen. Now I'm not in a position, I don't need to call people out. I haven't called one person out this year. I got my wish in March and I took it with both hands. And now I've got the target on my back a little bit. Let them call me out. I can just stay focused, stay on my path and just beat whoever's put in front of me. I've proven I'm better than I've been competing at, better than the guys I've been fighting. So yeah, I'm gonna have to jump up more levels this year because I'm yet to be in a fight where it's hard. Like with all respect to my opponents, that last fight it was too easy. The Chris Congo fight, I was comfortable in that fight. Like I noticed some of the scorecards was a lot closer than how it was on the night. That was a comfortable win for me. And that Ranowski, like I put him into a shell. And if anything, in the fight, I thought it was, I'm boxing really well. It's a good performance. And then watching it back, he made it awful, really. Because I was beating him too easy. Like, do you know what I mean? So I look forward to these next challenges. I'll keep improving and I'll keep making it look easy.
When you saw Sandor Martin upset Mikey Garcia, I'm sure you were impressed, but was there part of you that thought, I wish I'd have got that opportunity because you could have done something similar?
Yeah, and that's why I'm in boxing, to get opportunities like that and to get a fight where nobody thinks I'm going to win. Like, I always back the underdog anyway in these big fights. I always like backing the underdog. And yeah, it was good. And I was like, oh, great. I'm going to go above Mikey Garcia in next month's rankings. That's what I was thinking until Jaron Ennis knocks out that guy in one round. But yeah, it's good. My name's going to start being mentioned a lot more alongside these guys now. It's got to be, because I'm in a real good position. I can't get ahead of myself and stuff, but look where my name is in them WBO rankings. Do you know what I mean? People are going to start taking notes soon.
And you said you always back the underdog. Let's test that theory out. There's a big fight this weekend, of course. Shawn Porter challenging to win a version of the world welterweight title again, this time against Terence Crawford. Thought of by many as the best in the division, although a lot of others contend it's Errol Spence. Let's start there before we go into the fight itself. Who do you feel is the number one in the division at the moment?
I think it's Crawford. I do think it's Crawford, and I wouldn't bet against him. But Shawn Porter's a danger man for anyone, really. Like, he had a great fight against Furman. The fight, it was a split decision loss against Errol Spence, wasn't it? So he, like, to be fair, it is a 50-50. Like, anything can happen at that level. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet against Terence Crawford. I think he's just the level above the rest in the 147 division. But Shawn Porter, I believe, is a danger man for anyone.
Do you see Crawford kind of stepping into the trenches and going head to head with Porter, or do you think he'll use his skills to outbox him for the most part?
I think it will be his skills. I think it's like it'll take a tough man to stand in the trenches with Shawn Porter, Keith Furman, people like that. But I think it will be a Crawford win on points, wide points. I think he'll show his skills. And yeah, I think it'll be comfortable.
And then you look at fights like that, whereas in the past you were a fan, you enjoyed it, you were kind of on the way up. But now do you look at that and think, right, the winner of this, or even the loser of this, depending on how it goes, could be me next year?
I'm still a fan. I'm still a fan because I've been in boxing my whole life. Like, I've been in boxing my whole life. Boxing's like the only thing I know, like, type thing. I'm a massive boxing fan, but now it's more reality. You know, I could be fighting these guys soon, and you know, like, I'm very proud of what I've achieved in boxing, and like just in 2020 alone, like a lot of my goals, like I achieved in 2020, like my short-term goals and stuff. So, like, I'm going to be in a position where I'm going to get these phone calls to fight these big guys, like the guys at the top, and I'm ready for it. You know, like, I'm not in boxing to be average at all. I'm not in boxing to be average. I want to do great things. I want to like make my family proud. I want to like make my city proud as well. So yeah, if the calls happen, the answer is always yes.
And the WBO champion, obviously your WBO number 4, is Terence Crawford. You expect him to retain that title at the weekend. Without giving too much away in case it does happen, how would you approach a fight like that against someone like Crawford, who's very adaptable?
Yeah, I'm a problem for anyone, you know? Like I've proven that at the level I'm fighting at. It's a massive jump. But I really do believe I can cause problems for anyone out there, and it'll be a fight where nobody would expect me to win. But I've been in them fights before. You know what I mean? Like nobody expected me to. All right, on a smaller scale, nobody expected me to beat Chris Congo. Nobody expected to beat Sammy McNess and people like that. And I beat them all with a smile on my face. So granted, now we're stepping up levels and we're approaching world levels and stuff like that. But let me just show people I can compete at that level. Whoever I fight next, like, has got to be a big step up. It's got to be, because like, look what I've been doing at the guys that they've been giving me. It's been easy. Like the Ranowski fight, I don't give him a round. So they've got to give me a big fight. I deserve a big fight, and then I can prove that I deserve at world level. Like I belong at world level, you know.
While you thrive off the potential challenges ahead, what about the occasion? Is there a part of you that can't wait to get out there to Vegas or MSG or somewhere like that and really star on the big stage?
I was born to be on that big stage. I was born to have my name in lights. It just took me a long time to get there. Like I remember walking out in Eddie's back garden like last time as the A side, right? Thinking I've done this the hard way to get signed by Matchroom and all stuff like this. But now I've finally got my name in lights. So I don't plan on losing what I have right now. No way. I've worked too hard for too long to let anybody stop this, like take this from me. So yeah, like it feels a lot more sweet the way that I have done it harder than most people, but I'm nowhere near satisfied yet. Like I've just being signed by Matchroom is just the first goal of many, you know. I can't complain. I would have liked to have been out 3 times this year because I'm always in the gym. And like an active Mikey's a happy Mikey, but it just means I'll be out a lot more in 2022. Hopefully one of the first shows of the year I can get on, and then again before the summer, and then like, I'm happy to fight 5 times next year, you know.
Great stuff. Well, we'll both be watching the fight at the weekend with interest, and hopefully you'll be mixing with those sort of guys next year.
Yes, like it sounds stupid and that, like mentioning my name alongside these guys, but in reality, on paper, my name's around these guys. So 2022, this time next year, I'll make sure I'm a household name.
Great stuff. Really appreciate your time, mate. And yeah, let's catch up again before Christmas.
Nice one, mate. First one of these I've done for ages.
Well, we'll make this the next one as well. Other people watch this and get on board anyway, but we'll do it again.
Nice one.